welcome to the Big Show and Tell. I am Kim White. I am joined by our lucky little leprechaun herself, Donna Bender, who is our show host. Donna, thank you for doing this and sharing all your strategy with all of us.
Oh, thank you, Kim. Thank you for being with me again this month. And I am excited for this show. I can't wait to get into it. I just want to do a quick recap about last month because there was a lot of information we talked about, and the 3 points that we ended the show with, which was you don't need to do more, you just need to choose better. You don't need to spend more, you just need a better strategy. And the big question is always, are your branded products making you money? So since I'm dressed for St. Patty's Day, the theme is similar, except that when you think of St. Patty's Day, you think of something like maybe a 4-leaf clover, Kim? that. And, you know, when I see a 4-leaf clover, I think of luck. So tell me what you think of your 4-leaf clover.
I love my 4-leaf clover, my giant 4-leaf clover. I feel like we're very lucky to have you, Donna, to teach us strategy, because I think a lot of times when we're doing branded products, we're just all over the place. We're not really intentional because we don't know how to be. And I think you bring the luck and the strategy to us by us being connected to you. So that's my 4-leaf clover story.
Oh,
And
that's a good tongue twister. Thank you, Kim, for that, and I appreciate that. And but we can't leave choosing the right branded products and making people feel appreciated just by luck. So again, it's a strategy, and growth isn't just by luck. It's, you know, when you retain somebody, it's not, you don't retain that client through luck. You don't retain referrals just through luck. It's great to have good luck. We all want it, but there also is a strategy behind it, and it makes things, you think of things being intentional. And so when, you know, you're when you're picking branded products, again, there's always an intention behind it, and that's what makes it work. So what we're seeing right now about products is that when people are making choices and people are making better choices, they're thinking for products to be multi-useful, so that when you give a gift, they not only use it for that moment, but they take it home. They could use it in their home. They could use it in the office. They could use it in the car. And that makes it more valuable to the person who received it. And it also makes employees, which is a big theme for this month, is employee recognition, because on March 6th is Employee Recognition Day. It makes employees feel that they belong when you find products that they can use out of the office. You know, they get a sense of belonging to, you know, to the company, to work with you. So that's the theme for today, Kim. And I guess we can move on to our first product. We're doing live products today. We're doing video products today, but we are doing our products a little differently this month.
Exciting, Donna.
Thank you. Another product is this great Tiki wireless speaker with lantern. It isn't just a wireless speaker. It creates a whole experience because it combines Bluetooth and ambient light. And it's great for patios, events, retreats, and it can be used indoors or outdoors. And rechargeable, portable, and I really love it. It comes in this great box, but it is substantial and a great gift. So they could be great for sponsor gifts, client gifts, hospitality brands, real estate teams, executive appreciation, VIP clients, holiday appreciations. It could be welcome gifts for a retreat. I just want you to know this is another great new product this year. And take a look. So, Kim, that is a wonderful product. And the reason some of these videos, products are done via video in my garb, is because my great rep, and I mentioned it also in one of the videos, Louis, I borrowed his samples, and so I had to get them back. But I really wanted to thank him for all of the effort that he took to get them to me. But this particular product is a great gift, and it comes in a beautiful gift box. So just something to keep in mind when people are thinking for, great client, great employee gifts.
I can tell you the gift box makes a lot of difference too, because it looks so much more high end, but it also saves you a lot of trouble trying to find boxes for certain things. So I love any product that comes in a great box, Donna.
So, and Kim, you know how I love gift wrapping, but the box is so nice. You only need to put a ribbon on it. You don't even have to put paper on it. I mean, it's beautiful.
That's very exciting.
So I think we could move into our first segment today, which is all about employee recognition. Today's Surprise and Delight marketing segment is on employee recognition, the key to strengthening your business. In the day-to-day operations of running a company, it is vital to pause and focus on an extremely valuable asset, your employees. Demonstrating to your employees that they are valued plays a pivotal role in keeping them more motivated and effective. Employee Appreciation Day is celebrated on the first Friday of March and provides an excellent opportunity to show your staff that their hard work doesn't go unnoticed, leading to an improved working environment. Why does employee appreciation matter? Well, here's 3 reasons. Valued employees are happier, leading to higher retention rates. Recognition fosters a sense of belonging, reducing the likelihood of employees seeking other opportunities. And treating employees well attracts higher quality candidates. And here's just one more amazing stat. There was a recent study conducted by the Harvard Business Analytics Review that surveyed 1,000 executives linking employee engagement and performance. 72% of the executives surveyed strongly agree that organizations with highly engaged employees have happier customers. Wow! Employee Appreciation Day goes beyond a day marked on the calendar. It is an essential part of fostering a successful workplace. And it should not be limited to one occasion, but integrated into the everyday fabric of your business operation, which can yield boundless positive outcomes for your company. I love the stat about having your clients feel so much better when they know you're acknowledging your employees and how it adds to the bottom line. I mean, I don't know how many companies realize that is an important stat.
I love that stat, Donna. It just proves that we're doing some things right around here.
Yes. And, do you think, well, let's put it this way. I think we've talked about this a lot, and about how, understanding recognition and understanding your employees help in the overall culture of your company. And I can't say this enough, but that culture, that sense of belonging is so important to your bottom line. So we'll probably be repeating those two words throughout the show, Kim.
I love it. I think it's proof, though, that you can honestly save money by keeping great employees by doing the things you're talking about. So I think that's really important, Donna.
Yes, and we do have another segment talking about that a little later on, about employee engagement and employee fulfillment, because this is not, and let me just say, when I say employee, it can refer to teams. It's not just, people that work in your office. It could be people who work virtually. It could be teams that are 1099. So all of this is applicable to them. So, Kim, I think we have another segment that I actually did dressed in my garb.
You're a very cute little leprechaun, I must say.
Oh, well, thank you. And so let's roll them. This is about surprising and delighting your clients, your employees on a unique holiday and showing appreciation. Well, good morning to you, Kim. Today's Surprise and Delight marketing segment is on showing appreciation to your clients and employees on yet another wacky themed holiday, St. Patty's Day. So here's a few ideas to make your clients feel like they have struck gold. Surprise and delight your clients with a good tin or pot of gold filled with gold foil chocolates or caramel popcorn. Always include a branded item so that when the goodies are gone, you still shine and remain top of mind. You can add a clever note that says, "We're lucky to have you as a client." A little thoughtfulness goes a long way. Number 2, the thoughtful way to release stress is this plush and gel sensory experience. This stress toy was created to soothe, relax, and entertain. It is irresistibly super soft on the outside with flexible gel beads on the inside. The frog is a perfect size for squeezing, and I can share from personal experience, a hard thing to put down. And number 3, the green appreciation call. Call up a few clients and just say thank you. Tell them why you appreciate them. And if you want to take it a step further, invite them to go out for a green cup of coffee, because green isn't just for St. Patty's Day. It's also the color of growth. So as you gear up for St. Patty's Day, don't just leave it to luck. Always remember, surprising and delighting your clients makes them feel that they found the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Cheers to making gratitude a little bit more magical. I had to get the socks in, Kim, but there were shoes also with this buckle on it.
Love the socks. Love it.
Oh, it does scare me when I see that, because I don't even recognize myself. Kim, the whole thing about even that segment, there's a lot of information in there that isn't just about the costume. The point being that, again, choosing the right product isn't just about luck. It's about thinking about what you're sending someone. And I have to say that I received a package from one of my clients as an appreciation gift. And it was food, but inside they put a tumbler with their logo on it, because, as I always say, when the food is gone, you need to have something in there to remember, for your client or anybody you're giving the gift to remember you. So I was just so happy to see that, they took that to heart and did it for me. So that's all. And Kim, the next video is a great product. We have a slide and we do have a video of it. These are can coolers, but they're not your everyday can cooler. Okay. These are the most adorable can coolers that are real conversation starters. So if you want to flip up the slide for a second, we could show everybody and then go right into the video, which will explain it. But those are the cutest little things. And there are just so many outfits for these things. That's all I could call them. But and they're applicable to industries. So we can roll the video and everybody can get to see what I'm saying. Hi, I wanted to take a minute to show you 3 specific products because I have to get these samples back to my great sales rep, Louie, who loaned these to me. But these are the Feller can cooler puff and drinkware. They are can coolers and they are fun and will actually get used because they're great conversation pieces. This one is firefighter. This one looks like a Carhartt jacket. This looks like just a puffer jacket. How about this little lumberjack? And then there is this one for boating, but there's more. This is just a few of them. And these are great because, again, conversation starters. You give these out, people are not going to throw them away. And they're reusable. So they're strong for outdoor events to brand your company, beverage companies, sports marketing, any firm who's having an event, whether you're a marketing company, a legal company, financial company, they're great. And they're great for tailgates, for celebrations, for client appreciation, for employee recognition. Great to put in sponsored gift bags. So I hope you like them. I saw these and I fell in love. So thanks for watching. They are the cutest little things, Kim. I wish I had one, and I am getting more samples. So maybe next month, I will pop one in. But really, they could be used for any industry, and they're a great product. The thing I love about them is they are conversation starters. You know, you get something like that at an event or from somebody, you're not going to just toss it out. And so I think people would want to use them again in their own party, in their own, event. Yeah, they're great. What can I say?
I just think of all the different places that they could be very popular, like a boating association. How cute would that be? Or a lifeguard, training that they got those at the end, or with the puffer jacket, a ski resort, or there are so many places to use them to, like you say, acknowledge your employees, but also
your guests. Yeah.
Create that conversation starter, because if someone comes up to someone that's in a boating association and they have that, they might ask how to join. I just think it's a great example of something fun
and memorable. And again, feeling, going along with the theme of multi uses, meaning that it's not a one and done. It's not something you throw in the trash. It will be used again. And the branding on it is great because you have your logo on the back. Also, you can put the logo on the bottom. I mean, it's a great thing. So with that said, great for employees. So the next segment, Kim, is all about employee engagement and employee fulfillment and what that difference really is. Today's Surprise and Delight marketing segment is on the differences between employee engagement and employee fulfillment. What does employee fulfillment look like? Well, it's about aligning what employees want out of life with what their job offers. It's about achieving something desired, promised, and predicted, leading to a more meaningful and satisfying work experience. When employees feel valued and connected to their work, magic happens. Did you know that 89% of employees who receive recognition feel job satisfaction? And this translates directly into improved customer service, as happy employees create happy clients. And companies with highly engaged employees see a 21% boost in profitability, plus a 41% drop in absenteeism. One form of showing appreciation could be thoughtful gifts that make the biggest impact. A personalized Yeti mug or a Patagonia jacket. These are gifts of appreciation that can go a long way. Remember, when we show our employees that we value them, they're not just more productive, they're more loyal, more innovative, and they bring that positive energy right back to our clients. When our employees thrive, our clients take notice and our businesses thrive. Here's to your success. You know, Kim, if you recall, we had a interview on this topic because there really is a difference between engaging your employees, because that's about performance, versus fulfillment, which is about what they get out of it, and being aligned with your values and your mission. And, I think of the job interview, and when you're sitting there and the company is talking about, what they believe in and their value and how they give back and how they're believe in sustainability, and you actually do those things as a company, those employees see that you mean business. They want to support your mission and value. So there is a big difference than just, recognizing someone for their performance and then giving them the things you talked about on that job interview. And you, Kim, we had this conversation because you have a great team. And one way that I see that you encourage fulfillment is that everybody that is on your team is also looking to build their own business. And I don't know many employers that not only have the people engaged in doing things for their company, but then that the owner would then support them and teach them how to build their own business. And I give you so much credit and kudos for that. And I would just love for you to share your philosophy on it, Kim.
Well, first, Donna, we don't have employees, we have a team. That's a very big distinction, I think, for building the kind of culture that you're talking about. I do want them to, if they want a business, I do want them to learn while they're doing things on our team and be able to do that. So I think it makes them happier. I know it makes me happier because they're learning with a purpose instead of just learning how to do tasks. So I do think that there's a huge difference. Most of our team has been with us for years because the ones that are not purpose driven fall off very quickly. So I think that it's amazing. Shout out to the My Sexy Business team, because I feel like they make me look good, but my heart is towards them, making them, get what they're dreaming about.
Right. And again, it's not a natural thing, I think, for most companies to do that. And so I always love pointing that out, Kim.
Thank you. You're embarrassing me. Lucky little leprechaun.
Well, maybe you're red and I'm green. We'll do another holiday soon. I do want to talk about that, when you are engaging your employees in fulfilling their needs, they get a sense of, not only do I work here, but I feel like I belong here. And when they have that feeling, there is no reason for your employees to look elsewhere for a job, because they feel like they couldn't have it any better than what they're doing now, and they want to put more into your company. So I feel that this is just an important distinction, and that I don't think a lot of people talk about that as much as, there's recognition. I give my employees, an award, I give them a great gift, but there's also the fulfillment portion of it. And so that's what I like to bring out in that segment.
Well, thank you, because we do give milestone awards, and we do, like, on your suggestion, we do a lot of that stuff too. But honestly, the time invested in them always comes back with a huge return. So
absolutely. And so what I want to do now is go right into this amazing product, Kim. This now is a live segment. This is called the Moonix backpack. It is a wonderful backpack. It's big. It has that luggage pass through, so it's great travel. But one of the things I love about this, Kim, is this little guy zippers off this front, and I'm not going to do it now, Kim, because I won't get it back on in 2 seconds. But we do have a slide that we can put up afterwards and with the packet off. There you go. And so it becomes a crossbody. And so it has a lot of functions. The bag is great. It has a place for the computer. And I just love this item. And this again, my sales rep Allison made sure I had this sample so I could show today, and I'm very grateful and thankful. And so yeah, there's this wonderful product, and I know this comes in that wonderful light gray as well.
And it has so many different functions and features. I was blown away because I've seen it from the trade show floor also that you shared in a different big show and tell. And I think it's amazing to have something that you don't have to have all the different pieces. They're all one piece and
yes,
become multi-pieces.
And one thing I must say about this company is that all of their packaging has second life, is second life packaging. And so they don't waste anything. And this comes with a hang tag that becomes a luggage tag. So that's the second life item that comes with this. And it is wonderful. And quickly, Kim, there is another product I'd love to show now because I'm thinking of employees. We're thinking about great employee gifts. This one is by far, excuse me, one of the coolest new items I have seen. This is a water bottle that has a magnetic ring that you could put your cell phone on, and it goes either way. All right. And this is great to put in your car, for those people who don't have a GPS, if you have to answer a phone, you know where your phone is. But what I love about it is if you do videos, okay, and you do outdoor videos and you need to rest your phone on something, you just leave it on the tumbler and step back and do your video. It has so many uses for creators, for driving. So again, something else that has a multi-use. And then when it's not attached to your phone, this little ring is the handy way to take it along. So this is called the Ringo. It is wonderful, highly recommended. And again, great for sales teams, employees, any financial institution, law firms, any place that has teams, employees, and clients. Let us say that.
It's wonderful.
Wonderful. And I might be making a lot of use out of that sample, Kim. Let me just say.
Well, I want to remind everybody they're watching the Big Show and Tell, where Donna helps everyone get big marketing and branding results. So if you are looking for more from Donna, I'm going to actually share quickly a little QR code up here in the corner, and I have to do this right. It's over here.
Yes, it is.
If you are watching on a computer or TV, you can scan it directly. If not, you can go to donnabender.com if you're on your phone. But Donna has not only all of the replays for the Big Show and Tell, so you can go back and get strategy that she's already shared, but she also has things for products. She has blogs that talk about different strategies and different products. So there's a lot of information on there. And I just want to remind everybody, Donna, that they can take the easy button and go and check out more from you.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Kim. Yeah, these products, one of my passions is finding things that are new and unique that people haven't seen already and they haven't become mainstream. So there's some great new products this year. And it's not about just trendy products. It's about functional products that happen to be new and give a second life, multi-uses for that product. And that is a key. If people are walking away with from the show today. It's about investing in products that people will use after the event, because as we said last month, when you come home from an event, trade show, and people just trash everything you gave them, it's such a waste of money. And these have long lives. So
can we go back can we rewind for just a second? I want to add the tiki torch back up here for a second. I know that you said all this, but I want to make sure everybody understands how not only the packaging is amazing, but the fact that it's a speaker. I'm thinking of all of the team events or all of the client events that you do or all the outdoor events. How amazing is it that you can put this up outdoors and have it be the speaker where everybody can hear, and it just, I don't know. I think I'm stuck on this one, Donna, and I just wanted to go back for just a second.
No, I'm glad you did, because it is a great tool. I mean, it's a gift, but it's a great tool for a lot of different things. And when I lifted it up and I said it's substantial, it is. I mean, you give somebody a gift like that with, again, multi-uses, the thing itself has multi-uses, then it's saying something that, you really value them. So thank you for bringing it up again. And I'm glad you like it.
Thank you for letting me.
Sure. Kim, the next slide I just want to acknowledge is another holiday that's coming up in March. And that is International Women's Day. And that is, I believe, on March 8th. There you go. And, I have my notes here. I want to point this out because there's so much information I want to share in the show. So I want to make sure I don't miss anything. But one of the things about International Women's Day is it began in 1911, but it was finally recognized internationally in 1975. And just some stats, nearly half of today's workforce is women, which is about 47% in the US and roughly 40% globally. So women are around, and yet currently only 10% of Fortune 500 have women in their CEO roles. So there's a lot more things that women need to get recognized for. And, having a post is nice, but recognition for the women in your organization, in your lives, in your companies on that day is really important. And so it shouldn't go unnoticed with congratulations. March 8th is International Women's Day. Really, I make it a point of this because I want to put this into people's minds that it's an important holiday for women. So if you have women in your company, in your organization, on your board, take a moment and think about how you can recognize them. Not only on that day, it could be every day, but especially on March 8th.
I love this. There's a lot of events wrapped around this holiday.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're doing something that they can take something away with them, I think it's so powerful.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And Kim, we do have another product that I wanted to show. And it's not necessarily just for International Women's Day, but here's another gift. This is it comes in this wonderful little gift box. It is a reading light that you have this whole back of the area for branding in full color, and you clip it on your book. And if you are in a hotel, if you are in bed and your spouse or loved one that's next to you wants to go to sleep, it's so much easier to read from this than putting on a light. And I always find having this at home or travel is a great product. And, you're encouraging people to read. And reading is knowledge. And so, what better thought than to give this to somebody as a gift showing them that you want them to continue learning. So that's my little spiel about that one.
It would make great gifts for like a book club or an authors group or a writing group. I think that would be like such a lovely thing.
Such a lovely thing. I totally agree. And so, Kim, now we're coming to our next segment, which is our corporate commercial. Making sales and staying in business is more important than ever in today's fast-paced world. And I hear the buzz around executive boardrooms. How do we get our teams to hit our sales numbers? What can we do to stay ahead of our competition, keep clients loyal, and multiply referrals? Sound familiar? As Vice President of Merchandising at Calvin Klein and Director of Sales at Salvatore Ferragamo, I learned the secrets of using the right branded marketing, which opened the door to also consult for Eddie Bauer, Laura Ashley, Major League Baseball, and New Balance. Working with branding and marketing legends for several decades enabled me to help hundreds of corporate clients and their teams design customized plans that increased sales, saved time, and eliminated the common challenges hindering growth. Our corporate training program can strengthen your brand presence, amplify visibility, and foster meaningful connections with your right audiences, so you can stop spending money on inefficient marketing that wastes valuable time and money. Let's change that conversation in the boardroom. I'm Donna Bender. Contact my team today to discover how our tailored approach can transform your company's performance, increase your business, and position you ahead of the competition too. You know, Kim, every time I see that commercial, it's not about just products. You know, it's helping teams make decisions. And last month we were talking about planning ahead. Okay. And are your branded products reinforcing your culture? Are they creating loyalty? And this month, really, the focus is a little deeper, because you want to understand what recognition is. You want to understand what engagement and fulfillment is. And you want your team, you want to build trust with your team. So a lot of this month is, working with teams and helping them understand what it means so they can get the message out also to their clients about why it's important for them to, for your teams to acknowledge their clients, right? And teach them, what a sense of belonging means, why it's important for them to acknowledge their clients and your clients' employees. But if you don't take the time around that, if you don't take the time to help your team understand that, then they can't get the message across to their clients. And again, this is something that I love to do. I love teaching. I love educating. And for me, it's not just about the products. It's about the messaging. It's about the strategy. It's about how can you help your clients understand why it's important for their business to not only engage, but fulfill their employees, why it's important for them to acknowledge International Women's Day. It's all the things wrapped around this. And, having products and tying them up in a bow is just the end result. But it's really not the bottom line to the whole idea of corporate training. Because the products, I always say, are the last thing I ever work on. It's not about the product. It's about, what's your goal? What's your mission? What do you want to achieve? And then we figure out the products that go with your goal. Because again, it's about people not wanting to waste money. They want to give something that's meaningful, that they can see again. When you give a bag out, even at a trade show, again, it could be a junky bag. It could be a nice bag. how much investment would it be for you to spend a little bit more on a nicer bag so that after the trade show, people go, wow, this is such a great bag. And they continue to use it. They use it at the grocery. They use it when they're going to an event. They use it to go to a client. You want your name out there. And so I'm going to get off this soapbox. But I can't emphasize enough why it's so important to educate and why it's so important for me to want to share that information with companies and their teams so that their business, bottom line, their business will grow.
I like that you don't want to take the credit from the teams, but you want to help them be able to look good for their bosses.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's, I've been around for a while, Kim. I share my experience. I share what works, what didn't work. And my thing is, you have a marketing team. I want your marketing team to shine. You have a sales team. I want your sales team to shine. And thus the reason for corporate training. And I think a lot of times companies, not that they don't want it, they don't think about it because everybody else has a wheelhouse that they're focusing on, that they're good with. And just sometimes they're not thinking about, what are we missing? What are we missing here? And when I hear the stories in corporate, in the boardroom, are we hitting our goals? Well, this will help companies hit their goals. And that's the reason why I repeat it every single month, because I think that it's an important thing for companies to start opening up their eyes and realizing that there's help out there to help their marketing teams, to help their sales teams, and to help their bottom line.
Which helps all of us.
Which helps us all. And then, again, I love finding the product. So that's the good part. They'll always wind up with something that's unique and good. And because that's when I leave, I need to leave them with ideas for carrying it through. And so, I know for a fact that when I have given gifts personally, and people will thank me for them, when I see them using it at some event or someplace else, like I had a client who took a picture of themselves and shared it on Facebook of a clear, one of the clear shopping bags, was a medium size with my logo on it that they took to a sporting event. Now, this was, again, 5-6 years ago, I gave that bag out. But when they pulled it out and said, I am so happy you gave me this for this event, because again, you go into these events, everybody looks through your bags. So having a clear bag was kind of useful. And those are the kinds of things I love to share with clients, is giving them useful ideas so that the products that they choose will get the results that they are looking for.
I love it. So again, we don't have to rely on a 4-leaf clover. We can go to Donna for strategy and make ourselves lucky.
Thank you, Kim. And yes, thank you. It is, I believe that I'm glad you added the strategy part, because yes, it's great to have luck. And there are a lot of multi-billionaires that will tell you a lot of it had to do with luck. It was the right time at the right place with the right person. But there's also strategy behind it, because something has to tell you to be at that place. Something has to tell you, who's going to attend that event. That's the other thing that, and next month I'll be sharing more of that, of unique places that you wouldn't even think about, where you can reach an audience that you necessarily wouldn't get in front of. So everybody has to watch next month so they know what I'm talking about.
It's a great cliffhanger.
Isn't it? Isn't it? It's a surprise. So Kim, I do have a couple of more products. And this one, again, I love the ones that come in gift boxes, Kim, because the presentation is so important. So this is a tech item that comes in this wonderful white gift box. So if people don't like to wrap, put a bow on it. You know, it's just, it's just great. So this is a MagSafe charger that will charge, again, your phone, your watch, and your AirPods. But it's so portable, and it's got this loop on it. So you can hang it with a carabiner. You can hang it on a backpack. You could throw it in your purse. You know, when they first made these 3-in-1, like I have one of the first ones that's sitting on top of a shelf, because I had to lay the whole thing out. This takes up zero, like a third of the space of that one. So they keep making these better and better and better. And this is just a wonderful item, great imprint area, great gift idea for employees, for clients, for teams, and can be used for any business, you know, for thoughtful things. Law firms, financial firms, accounting firms, teachers. You know, we haven't talked about teachers, but Teachers Day is coming up soon. You know, recognizing, that's why I love showing these products, to give people ideas for what's coming up down the road. So it's a wonderful gift idea, and again, very tight, you know, little gift box. And one more gift I want to show, Kim, is this little product. This is, oh, I should have had a slide on this, Kim. I guess I didn't.
I don't see a slide.
You don't see that slide, huh? Oh, well, I'll show it again next month with the slide. So this is like the new advanced Rubik's Cube, all right? And it is a stress toy where it is just a great thing. You got to obviously line up all the colors, small and handy. So this is great for any team. This is great for employees. This is great for clients, just to be able to have something to de-stress with. You know, our days become very stressful, and you get off a call and you like one, just like, you know, do something. You know, you could sit here and take your stress out on this little stress reliever, which is called the, let me give you the full name. It is the, oh yeah, it is, Kim. It is the twister puzzle. So it's a wonderful little thing. And I know that you're going to have ideas as to who these would be good for, Kim.
Well, I'm thinking if there's something fun like that, people are going to leave them on their desk, which is going to make people want to know where they got them. So if you have an in-person brick and mortar, I think that's pretty impressive that you could have something as simple as that. But
I guarantee you these will be stolen from people's desks. You know, if somebody has this on this desk small enough, they're going to go, where'd you get that? Pick it up and start playing with it. And so, and that's happened to me before, where people will say, I got it from so-and-so and so-and-so. And they might, I had this situation with a pen. I got phone calls from my clients said, do you have any more of those pens? Because I keep getting mine stolen from my desk. So, you know, if you've given these out and you have your client call you up and ask you for more, you did a good job.
Exactly.
Just saying.
And if they're branded, they know where to come back to. They know to come back to your office. So
Exactly. And there is one more gift that I love, Kim. It is for the animal in your life. And just to give a little bit of a synopsis about this, the pet industry, okay? And I bring it up, it's like someone's going like, "Ooh, that came from left field." But it is an industry that keeps growing, and it's growing in the corporate world because so many people have dogs, so many people have cats. This particular item is for dogs, but between your clients having dogs, a lot of companies are dog friendly. So to give these out to your team members, for your team, you know, putting it in an onboarding kit, right, for a new employee, and they know you have a dog, excuse me, what a great way to say, boy, do you belong in this company, because, we're going to take care of your dog. So I want to
Our
just,
mascot is sleeping at the moment.
oh, is he? So I have two little videos on this, Kim. We could show the one of me with the product, and then I'll show, or either way, you flip it around.
Okay.
This next product is the Springer Dog Travel Bottle, and it really is a great tool to have when you're out in walking your dog. You fill it up with water. There is a release here. You squeeze it, you fill it up, and the dog can drink out of it. It has a carabiner. It's very handy. It's leak proof and comes in many different sizes. And this is great for vets, for dog walkers, for doggy daycare, community driven businesses, residential services, any company that is pet friendly. If you have clients that really love pets, this is a great product. So good gift for client appreciation, employee appreciation, closing gifts, lifestyle gifting. It is a great idea. And the whole pet industry and pet products have become really big because more and more companies are pet friendly. So here's another product for you, and wanted to share it. And then there's that last little video, 5 seconds.
Let's look at the cute puppy, right?
Yes, let's look. I mean, it was just a cute little thing the vendor had that I wanted to show, but it is a great thing. I remember, unfortunately, my dog has passed, but I remember taking him for long, long walks and forgetting to have anything for him to drink from. Well, something like that you're not going to forget because it's probably around the same size as your tumbler, and so it's something that you'll remember to take with you on those hot days. I mean, I'm in Texas. There, half the country is hot right now. Half of the country is under snow. So I apologize for that. But it is just something that's handy, useful. And again, if your employees love animals, love dogs, and you can make them feel a sense of belonging, that is just so important. And again, in closing and in wrapping all of this up with a lovely, pretty bow, it's not just about the branded product. And as I said, that's the last thing I ask my clients is, what are you looking for? Because a lot of times clients will call me up. They may say, I have an event on such and such a date. I need 200 of something. This is my price point. Well, I have no idea what their mission is. I have no idea what their goal is. I don't know who they want to attract. And so I always need those questions first before I can even, because, there's a million products in my industry. It would be a waste of my time, my clients' time, for me to show them all these things. And they go, oh, no, that's not what we were thinking of. So it's so important to know the end result first. You have an event, but what's your end result? And then I work backwards and help you find, the best product that's suitable for that idea. So today was about alignment. Today was about aligning your culture, a sense of belonging, a sense of your teams and your employees feeling part of, how important it is to not only engage them, but to give them a sense of fulfillment. And it is selecting the right product for the right moment for the right person. I will say that. And when you do that, okay, everything becomes aligned. They use it, they keep it, they use it again. And by doing that, your brand is out there for a much longer period of time. And when you think about that investment, that's getting a huge return on your investment. And that's what I love to help people, because as I said last month, and I must have said it 100 times, I hate wasting other people's money. So, I can tie it up with a nice green bow this month, or my little bow tie. But that's what I hope people walk away with this show. Do you have any closing thoughts, Kim?
I actually want to go back to the dog water for just a second, because I'm thinking of all of the nonprofits that are like Humane Society. They take care of rescue dogs and all of that. How wonderful would it be if someone could support that nonprofit by using their dog water everywhere where people would see it?
Absolutely. Or when, a lot of places will, have a fee to even get a rescue dog. What a great thing to be able to give someone a thank you, and then continue to brand the company so that other people know about them and can rescue more dogs. I think that's a wonderful thing to bring up again, as well as veterinarians, as well as doggy daycare, as well as dog walkers. It's just it's out and about. I mean, that's the thing about that product in particular. It is out and about in front of everybody's eyes. And it's such a unique thing that people may stop and go, where did you get that? So thank you for bringing that back again.
Thank you for all that you do to make us strategically lucky.
Oh, thank you, Kim. And thank you for being here with me today. Thank you for being my partner in crime. We went right into this thing today. I didn't get a chance to say that, and I apologize. And so thank you for being here. And I just want everybody who was watching or watching the replay, I thank you for watching this. And I hope that you walk away with more information than you had before you watched it. And just to let everybody know, the next big show and tell is, oh, yes, and I am going to point to it too, that there is a QR code that if anybody scans will take them to my website to get more information. And the next new show and tell, yes, it is a new show and tell, will be March 31st, Tuesday, March 31st at 1 p.m. Central, 10 o'clock at 12 o'clock Mountain Time, and 2 o'clock Eastern Time. I went in the middle and screwed up both sides. So 1 p.m. Central Time is my usual. So anyway, Kim, if there's nothing else, I guess that's a wrap.
Thank you, our little lucky leprechaun, Donna Bender. We'll see you next month.
Bye for now.